Hi everyone, this is Sheila and welcome to my Stretch Body Awareness class. Springs in the air. Let's see if we can bring some into our body. So let's start in a wide parallel position here. We're going to just fold right at the hips, over flat, and come upright, and flat, and come upright. Repeat, flat, and come upright, and flat. And come up, right. Now we're going to go flat over our right leg, keeping the left hip to the back. And up. So we're trying not to twist through the hips. Flat over and up. Two more. And flat over to the right. And come up, right. And once more, over flat and come up. Let's go to the other side. And flat to the left and up. And flat, and come up right. We have two more, and flat, and come up right, and flat, and come up right. From here, let's cross our right arm over and reach our left to the right. Stretch it over, coming up, wheel it over, and to the other side. Good. Coming up and over. Feel that nice stretch to the side body. Up. And over, two more steps, reaching it over to the side. Good, and up and over. Last one, reach, coming over to the side. Good, and lift, and over to the side. Let's go back over, and as we have this cross position, we're going to bend the knee down, and then straighten that leg, trying to push more to the side with your left arm. Bend, knee goes over the toe. Inhale, exhale, reach. Two more, bend, inhale, reach, and stretch as you exhale, and last one, bend, inhale, exhale, and stretch. Good, coming up and over, gently make yourself go to the other side. Here we are, and we're going to bend the knee goes over the toe, inhale, and stretch. Good, three more steps, bend, inhale, and exhale. Two more, bend, inhale, see if you can get the upper arm over to the side more as you straighten the leg. Last time, bend and straighten, coming up. Good. Let's bend our knees, bring our arms up, let our head come up to the hands there, and then we're going to arch through the back as we roll down through that spine. Try to keep a straight leg, but if you need to bend your knees, that's fine. Head drops, bend the knees, everybody. Lift, let head come down to the chest. Bring arms up, head comes up right. Arms out, arch through that back. We're going in a straight leg position, but as I said before, if you need to bend your knees, you certainly can do that. Heads down. Again, bend the knees. Everybody rolling out through the spine. The head drop down, arms come up. Exhale, straight back. Going into a curved back, an arched back, straight legs, if you can manage. Head goes down, drop, bend the knees, lift, coming all the way up. Reach, breathe, feel the breath going through the whole body. And now it's in your exhalation as you arch down and through. Good. From here, breathing in, bend the knees, and lift the arms up, chin down, chin up. And open. Let's bend our left leg, keep the knee going over that toe, and push the left hand in a flex position to the right. Straighten up. Bend. See if you can twist a little bit more with that left arm. And straighten. And bend, twist. And straighten. And bend, twist. And straighten. Let's take it to the other side. So you're bending and pushing that right hand across. Right knee goes out over the toe. Pushing, feeling a twist in the spine. And straighten. And bend. See if you can twist a little bit more. And straighten. Still keeping the knee going out over the toe. Good. And straighten. And push over. And straighten. Good. Let's take the knees, bend them both, and just do a little bit of a swirl with our arms here. Our hands may hit the back of our spine or kidney area, just to ease out here, and one more in each direction. Good. Come on, right. We're going to turn our feet so they're both parallel, and you've got your weight between the legs, and we're going to go back to that flat back position, hands on the hips. So we're going flat back. Now you may find you get a little more stretch over that front hamstring. And again, flat. And come upright. And two more, flat. And come upright. And flat. And come upright. Let's switch and go to the other side. So we're rotating our weights between the legs, and we're folding from that front hip, flat. And come upright. So the shift has caused you to get a little more stretch in the leg that's in front now. And up. And come flat. And come upright. Once more. And flat. And come upright. Shifting back to the other side, we're going to go into that flat back. I want you to really hold on to your abdominals as you take this. And if you need to bend the knees, you certainly can. So with our hands right here at our hips, we're going to reach them forward and then swing them through. All the while maintaining this flat back. And you may find that you get a little bit of a balance issue, but we're increasing the stretch over that front leg. Reach and engaging our abdominals and our core once more. And reach forward and back. Bring the hands back to the hips. Come upright. Good. Shift, and let's take that to the other side. So our weights between the legs. We have a flat back. We're coming from the crease in front of the hips. The stretch is now coming into the hamstring of that front leg, and we're reaching out with arms out, swinging behind. Breathing, stretch, reach. Each time you reach forward, you're trying to let your body get longer, your torso longer, to increase that stretch. Good. And reach out and back. Hands come to the hips, come upright. Just to ease off from there, let's go into a wide position here. And we're going to just push through the hip, increasing a little stretch in the inside thigh there. And push through and switch. Keep going. Push, stretch, and push and stretch. Your upper body's going to counterbalance. The hip going out and up and over. Make sure you're breathing. Up and over. Good. And up and over. Let's come to an upright position. Bend the knees, and we're going to repeat. You might need to make your feet go out a little farther so you can get a little bit more work on the inside thighs here. And from here, we're just pushing that hip to the side. Same motion as we did with the legs straight. But you'll find that it accentuates the stretch in the inside thigh, push through, and gives us a little work in our legs as well. Holding us in this position and push. Upper body is going to shift to counterbalance what's happening in the hips. Good. Out. Excellent. Let's do it again. And push. And shift. And once more, push it through, feel that stretch wherever you're feeling it, and push it through. Good, come to a neutral position, let's straighten up. Let's take a couple of bent knee positions with our hands up to our chest. We're sliding our hands down, out, and open. Increasing the stretch in those inside thighs. And breathe and stretch. Keep the backs upright. And in, and again, breathe and stretch. Good. Lift, coming upright. And breathe and stretch. Way out there. Good. Come upright and lift. Good. Bring the feet in, and we're going to go back to that parallel position with one leg in front and our hips in front. Our hips facing that direction and our weight right between the legs. Now we're going to go over into that flat back that we did before. This time holding the abdominals, we're going to swing the arms one in front and one in back to increase the stretch on the hamstring. So you have one arm in front, one behind, and swing, and swing. Keep breathing. Reach and out. Trying to lengthen through the leg and the torso, and reach, and reach. Bring them both back into the hip, coming up right, and we're going to shift. And you notice we're getting more and more of a deep stretch in that front hamstring. So here we go. Setting up, weight between the legs, going into that flat back, hands are at the hips. Now, one arm's in front, the other arm's behind, and we're swinging 1, and out. Good, keep breathing. 2, and stretch, and 3, and stretch, and 4, and stretch. Excellent. Hands to the hips, come up right. So we're doing some pretty intense stretches on those hamstrings. Let's come back into a parallel position with your feet underneath your hips and work a little bit with the upper body. So we're going to push the rib cage to the side and side. Breathe it out. Hands are on the hips to make sure that we are not moving our hips. Push and out. Push and out. So we're front and back. Front with the chest and back. Again, the hands can be at the hips to help you not move the lower spine. This is really upper body work here. And back. Good. And front. And back. Come to neutral position. We're going to go out diagonal. Front and side equally. Off to that diagonal. To the back diagonal, which feels a little different. And front diagonal. And back diagonal. Repeat. Front diagonal. And back diagonal. Once more. Front diagonal. And back. Come to neutral position. Let's repeat that to the other side. Front, diagonal, back diagonal. Trying to really isolate that rib cage, back and upper body. Reach it forward. And back diagonal. Once more. Front diagonal and back diagonal. Let's come to neutral position. Bend the knees. Reach the left arm up and the right down. So now above the waist position, again the rib cage is tilting to the side. Straighten up, shift the hands, and go to the other side. Reaching over, one arm up, one down. Side body stretches above the waist. Coming up, breathe, stretch, and up. Breathe and stretch. Good. So you're really trying to isolate above the waist here. Reach, both arms go in opposite directions. Breathing up. Reach and stretch. Good. One more time. See if you can get a little farther over with the upper body. Still just above the waist. Good. And lift. And reach. Stretch. And come upright. Let's twist the upper body. Still above the waist. Hips stay front. And we're going to drop the head down. And you can either hold or you can take some pulses. We're going to count to 8. So here we go. 1, 2. Chin goes down. 3, 4, keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reach the arms out across, still keeping the hips front, so you get a little twist there again. Arms open and come down. You may find that it feels different from one side to the other. Let's twist, drop the head down. Hold or pulse. 1, chin is down towards the chest. 2, 3, so you may feel a stretch in the back of the neck as well as the spine. 5, 6, 7, head down. 8, reach out. Feel the twist and the crossover of that front arm. Come up, and now you should feel more equal. Let's take that again. Twist, drop, and 8 counts. 1, might feel easier this time. 2, 3, 4. Remember, hips stay front. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reach the arms out, crossing over, lift, open, and let's take it to the second side. Twist, drop the head down, pulsing. 1, 2, keep going. 3, 4, reach. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reach the arms out, crossing that front arm, lift, up and open. Now we're going to repeat the whole thing with bent knees, so we're going to have to use our core more to stabilize this lower part of the body. Twist, drop down, with the knees staying straight forward over the toes. We have 1, 2. You might find that you have a different range of motion here with the knees bent. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's straighten the legs, reach the arm across, come up and open. Twist, bend the knees, and drop the head over and pulse. 1, 2, you can hold this if you don't want to pulse. 3, 4, keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, reach arms out, crossing over, straighten the legs up, and open. We're going to take that once more in each direction, plie, or bend the knees, and twist, drop over. You notice you do have to hold this core a little bit more. And 1, 2, 3, chin to the chest. 4, keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reach across, lift, coming up, straighten the legs, arms open, and last set. Bending and twisting, curve over. And 1, 2, chin to the chest. 3, 4, keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reach the arms over, across, lift, come up, and open. Excellent. The shoulders going forward, up, back, and down. Forward, lift, back, and down. Both together. Forward, lift, back, and down. Forward, lift, back, and down. Bend the knees and reverse it. Back, lift, front, down. Push to the back, lift it up, front, and down. Push to the back, lift, front, and down. Once more. Back, lift, front, and down. Standing on the diagonal, let's bend our knees. We're going to lean over, sticking our butts out, and head flat back. Support yourself with your back hand on your back knee, and we're going to just swing this front arm, trying to really open up the shoulder girdle. So we have front twist, pressing with a hand behind you, so your torso twists, and around. Reach. Try to go as far up and far out with those fingers as you can. Breathe. Push through. Lift. Up. Down and around. And notice if you're being able to interact with those shoulders too. That's how far out you want to reach. So the shoulders get involved. Let's reverse that. Push to the back. Pushing out, using the hand against the knee to help you up and front. Push back, twist. Lift, up, and front. 2 more. Back, reaching with those fingers, looking at the fingers. Up, front, and down. Last time, push, and lift, and up, and down. Let's put our hands on our knees, keeping that back nice and flat. You might want to deepen that. We're going to roll up through the spine. So we're pushing the lower spine up. As we push up, we're coming all the way up. And then we're going to go into that arch in a different position than we did the last time. Coming down with your hands on your knees, and repeat that. So we're trying to warm up that lower spine now. Lift, straighten up. Lifting up through the head, arch through. Slide the hands as you need to. Reach. And we have 2 more of those. Really undulating through that spine. Lift. Coming up. Good. And arch. Keep the shoulders down. 2, 3, and 4. We have 1 more. And roll up through that spine. Lift, pressing through, and lengthen head. So last one comes up and arch down. 2, 3, and 4. Let's come back to your neutral position, your flat back position. And just see if we can push our hips back a little bit more to open up a little bit more here in that upper hamstring area. And then folding from the hips, we go down, feeling our chest on our thighs, heads drop, and just shake that head out. We're going to shake the head no. And then yes. Let's repeat that. No. Head is really dropped down. And yes. And let's take our hands, rolling up through our spine once again as we straighten the legs and come to an upright position. We're going to take that whole series to the other side. So here we are on the diagonal, lining up. Hands go on the knees here. We're going to keep the back hand on the knee there. Sticking our hips out so into the back so we can get a nice straight line with our spines and reach that front arm forward. lift, pushing with the hands to help you twist there. This first one might not feel like you can get very much range of motion. And reach out, lift, press, twist. Feel it in the shoulder because you're reaching so far out. And come down and reach. Breathe. This is our third one. Lift, around, and down once more. Way out there. Good. Keeping the back as straight as you can as you twist. And come down. Let's reverse that. So we're going to go to the back, pushing with the hand on the knee. Twist it. Feel that shoulder opening. Try to look at the hand. And down. Good. And reach. Twist, up, and around. Two more. Breathing, pushing, feeling the arm going way back. Lift, around, and down once more. Reach to the back. Lift all the way up. Twist, and come down. Good. Put your hands on your knees. Let's go into a deeper squat. I'm going to roll through our spine once again. So our lower back is curving. We're coming up. So upright position, head rolls up, and then arching through that back, and feeling the curve go in the opposite direction in our spine. Again, and the lower back rolls. Our head is the last thing that happens in each direction. Here we go. Heads come up, push through the hips, heads up, and then it's going to drop down as we go into the next roll up. Here we go, rolling up through the spine, lift, straightening. Feeling the spine get some warm, going through it and opening up through each of the vertebrae. And come down, and we have one more. And roll up through the spine. Good. Lift. Coming up, shoulders are down, and arch out. Push all the way down. Good. Now, coming back into our flat back position. So we're adjusting that arch that we just had. Put our hips way back there. Now continue to fold over, trying to get the chest onto the thighs there and drop. Again, your head's heavy, so you can feel maybe an extra lengthening through this upper back, neck area. Let's take some straight legs here. Our first really intense hamstring stretch, so be kind to yourself. Deep breath in, exhale, straighten the legs. Now you may find that you can't come to a fully straightened leg, and that's absolutely fine. Hips go straight up. Again, bend. Inhale with the knees bending. Exhale and stretch. Trying to drop the head down. You might get a little farther up with your legs this time. Two more. Bend. Inhale. Exhale and straighten. And last time. Bend. Inhale. Exhale. And straighten. Good. Bending knees, let's roll up through the spine till we come to an upright position. Excellent. Good. And now let's move over to the side. So we're going to be right in the middle of our mats here. And we're going to take the front foot and put it in front of us. And we're in that parallel position again. Hands on the hips there, weights between the legs. Let's fold over in that flat back. This time it should feel a lot easier. From here, we're going to go all the way down. Again, trying to aim our chest towards those thighs. Heads are down. Let's bend that front knee. Inhale. And now, as we straighten, we're going to push the hip up to the ceiling a little bit more. You may find you can increase the stretch of the hamstring there. Heads are down. Three more. Bend. Inhale. Exhale. And straighten. And your back heel is definitely staying on the floor. We have two more. Bend. Inhale. Exhale. And straighten. Dropping the body over. Bend. Inhale. Exhale. And straighten. Excellent. We're going to bend the front leg and hop our back leg out as far as you can go. So we're now in a full lunge position. And let's just rock forward and back. So we're rocking forward and pushing through the toes of our back leg to get our feet a little activated there. And then we're going to push back through the heel. And you'll notice you get a stretch in the Achilles of the leg behind you. And rock forward, getting rid of some of the tension in your toes. And push back. Two more. Rocking forward. Excellent. And push back. And last time, rock forward and push back. Now in this push back position, you're feeling that hip going down towards the floor. We're going to take the back hand and bring it a little bit closer to the front foot. And we're going to take those circles again with the arms. So we're reaching forward, feeling those fingers reach way out, lift it up, coming around and down. Keep going. You may be draping your hand on the floor. Reach, lift it up. There may be a bit of a balance challenge here for you, trying to keep the back knee straight. Stretch it forward, lift it up, all the way around. Twist, good, and down. And let's take that once more. Reach forward, and lift it up, and twist to the back. Good, and come down. Repositioning your hands, and we're going to straighten that front leg and push the back heel down. So we're dropping the heads down and getting stretch along that front leg in a slightly different position. We're going to now rock again. Back heel comes up, your body comes forward. And we're going to push the back heel down as the front foot comes up. So again, added stretches in various places. Back heel lifts, and press it down, and stretch. Good. Once more. Coming forward with that foot. Really stretching through the foot, head goes down, and rock back. And here's our last one. And come forward and lift. Good. And press down. Front foot comes up. Good. Coming forward. Let's go back into that lunge. Drop the back knee. Toe releases. Send that front leg back. And we're going to go into the child's pose just for a moment to rest. Take some nice deep breaths. Curl the toes under as you rock forward slightly. And we're going to press out through the heels. Heels go down towards the floor. You're going to find the heel that we have behind us is a little bit easier to bring the heel down towards the floor. But just keep breathing and trying to stretch out the lower legs, the Achilles and the calf muscle there. Good. And then bring your hands a little closer to you. Push the hips up, drop the hips down. Shake that head out and your shoulders out. Maybe shimmy your feet, your hips and your knees a bit. And then let's bend the knees and roll up through the spine. Good. We're going to take that whole series to the other side. So we now have the other leg in front, your waist between the legs there. And we're going to go into that flat back position. So here we go. Over into that flat back. And we're sticking our rear out to the back and going over and folding all the way down. Heads are dropping. Nice and loose. Good. Feeling the stretch in this leg. And let's increase that stretch by bending that front knee. Inhale. As we exhale, we push the hip up right towards the ceiling and drape our body over. Really feeling the chest trying to get close to that thigh there. Elbows are bent. Again. Bend, inhale, exhale, and straighten. And you know that you go to your flexibility limit. So if your leg doesn't completely straighten, that's fine. Bend, inhale, exhale, and stretch. And if you need to hold on to your leg instead of the floor, you can do that as well. Bend, inhale, exhale, and press up. Good. Heads are down. Let's bend that front leg and send the back one out, adjusting the front leg if you need to, so that knee is right over the ankle there. And you're pressing out through the heel there. And let's rock forward. So we're rocking forward into the toes. So you feel the stretch underneath the toes there in the foot. And then press back and push out through the Achilles. Again, press and roll forward. And press, heel goes back. We have 2 more of those. Really enjoying what happens to that foot and back. And press and stretch to the back. Feel that Achilles get a little bit more of a stretch there. And then roll through the foot, enjoying what happens to the toe. And push back. Good. Reset. We're going to take the back hand and put it a little bit closer to the front leg, trying to keep the back knee as straight as you can, reaching the front arm, pushing through the hand on the floor to get you into a twist there. You may find that you wobble a little bit and around. Good. And reach forward, lift, up, twist. Feel that twist in the spine and down. We're getting our legs, a lot of work there while we do this as well. Lift, up, twist, and behind. And draping on the floor if you want to reach. Lift it up, way up. Good. Twist and come down. Good. Readjust the hands, and we're going to hop this back leg just a little bit forward more if you need to. And we're going to straighten that front leg, and we have the back heel going down. We're going to begin to walk forward, but here in this first stretch, you can really feel the additional length that we're getting in the hamstring. Hands are dropped. We're pushing through the foot and moving our bodies forward, using the feet. Feet have a lot of muscles there. And press down and lift the front foot up to increase that stretch. Good. Roll through. Push. Good. And roll back and flex. Rolling through. Heel lifts up, hips down. And push the heel down. Front foot comes up into that flex. And we have one more. And coming forward, press and lift. Heel goes way up. Press the heel down. Toe comes up in front and lengthen through the front of the leg. Good. And come down into your lunge once more. Let's bend the knee down. Bring that front foot back. Go back into child's pose. Drop it all the way down. Letting the back settle and relax. Use some breaths. And then let's come back up on our hands and knees. And we're going to come a little farther forward with our hands. And we're going to push our hips forward, letting that arch happen in our backs and elbows are bent. Come up and push the hips back. We're not going into a full child's pose. We're just pushing hips back, feeling the length in our spine through our hands. Come up, hips, lead, push, arch. Good. Hips lead, come up, pushing to the back, not down, and lengthen through the spine. Maybe you can feel this in your arms, on the sides of your arms, near your armpit area as you stretch and push down, lift, and up. Good. You may find that you get a little more range of motion. Pushing back. Hips go way back there. Good. And come forward, last time. Push, and hips down, hips up. And lift up and push through so you feel the side stretch in the arms there. Good. Let's come back to normal hands and knees position here. And we're going to lift our legs so we get a little side work here. So our back knee is coming right into the center of us, which frees our front knee. And we're going to lift the leg up and down, and up and down. Lift and down. And up and down. Let's keep doing that so we have 4 more. Down and lift. And my feet are sort of pointed, but not super formed. And down and up and down. Replace that leg with the leg we just worked, and let's work the back leg. Up and down. Keeping the core working and down. Lift it up and down and lift. Backs are straight. 4 more. Lift. And down, breathe up, and down. 2 more, lift, and down, last one. Up, and down. Just open the knees a little bit, push back into child's pose, drop the elbows down. Let's take a little break, we'll return to those in just a moment with the flex foot. But let's reach that front arm forward a little bit as we're in child's pose so we can feel more of a stretch along the side of the arms and the armpit. Upper torso, chest area. Then move the other arm out and see if you can lengthen and get that going on there. So we're still trying to maintain a bent elbow when we take the rest. But as we reach that front arm, we're straightening it out again, trying to reach it farther forward, and then gradually let the elbow drop down so you can feel that added stretch. And to the back.
Back arm comes forward, stretch it out, and then slowly let it come down so elbows slide towards the floor. So you'll feel a good stretch in the armpit, sort of arm going down to the side of the body area. Good. And then allow the arms to come down. Let's just roll up through the spine for a moment and swing the arms forward and back, just to ease out some of that stretch that we just did. Forward, back, forward, and back. Okay, coming back to our hands and knees position. This time we're going to flex the feet as we take that side lift. So the foot flexes, and we lift up and lift and lift it up and down. And we have 4 more. Lift and down. Trying to really hold on to the core muscles. Down. 2 more. Lift and down. And up and down. Shift so you've got the knee in the middle of you. And let's flex the other leg. And lift and down. And up and down. Lift it up. We're breathing. Lift. We've got 4 more. And up and down. And lift. 2 more. And lift. And down. And lift. And down. Good. Release that. Open the knees up. And let's push back and take a nice sitting position. We're going to sort of ease out through the front of the thighs here. So modify this if you need to. We can start with our hands behind us. And even in just a slight lean, you may feel with your knees pressing down that you get the stretch through the quads here up into the hip area. So if this is as far as you want to go, you can. But let's see if we can push our hips up a little bit. Deep breath in, exhale, and push those hips up. Pressing the knees down, hips up. So you're getting a lengthening through the front of the thighs there. And ease off. Deep breath in. Exhale, push. Hips up. You might get a little bit more of a bow in your back here. Shoulder blades are together, hips stay pressing forward, knees down towards the floor. And ease off. Deep breath in. Exhale, press and push. And if any time this feels uncomfortable for you through your knees or any other part of your body, you're going to stop and find a way to replicate this without any kind of hurt. And come down. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale and push up. Good. And then come down. Good. Let's rock forward. Swing our legs out from underneath us and bring them out in front of us. Feet are pointed. Now we haven't done very much work on our feet, so let's rectify that at this point. So we're going to bend back a little bit, elbows back, more in a curved position, and bring that front leg up. And as we extend it out to diagonal, you find that you will get some work on the thighs there, but we're concentrating mostly on the feet. So we're going to flex out through the foot, ball the foot, and point. Toes up, flex, ball, point, toes, flex. Keep the curve in your back, you're engaging abdominals, and toes and flex, good. Ball the foot, toes, toes and up. We're going to rotate the leg out and rotate the leg in. Rotate the leg out. So now our focus is shifted to our hips. Rotate it out and in, good, and out and in. Come back to neutral position, point the foot, drop the leg down, then sit up tall, getting the divine flesh out from underneath. Lift the arms up. We're going to fold over the legs, and you're going to find the leg that we just worked on feels like it's closer to the floor, and maybe you feel like your body is more down towards it as you go over. Hands are dropped. Take a couple of deep breaths. And let's reach the arms out and come up. And let's take that whole thing to the other side. So we have our elbows back behind us. We've got a curve in that back. And we're going to lift this leg up and start working with this leg. So we have, let's start with a point and go balls of the feet and flex. Balls of the feet and point. Bottom leg is still pointing also. Toes and flex. And balls and point. Keep going. Toes and flex. And ball of the feet. Point and toes
and flex, and ball the feet, point. Let's come back to the flex position. We'll rotate the leg in, so we've got the hip going in on that side, and then out. And you're gonna find that you've really actually gotten that sneaky little abdominal exercise going in as we focused on this foot. And rotate out. Let's take that 2 more. In, keep breathing, and out, keeping the curve in your spine, and in, and out. Come back to your neutral position, point the foot, let the leg go down, sit up tall again, reset with the divine flesh out from underneath you, arms up. This time as we fold over from the hips, you should feel that both legs are equally long and into the floor so you can get your body a little bit more deeply over. And let's take a couple of deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale, allowing the body to sink a little bit more over. And again, breath in. Now this time when you exhale, you may want to put your hands on the floor and allow them to come into a position where they kind of pull you towards your legs. 2 more, deep breath in. And reach with the hands and come down. This is similar to that reach we did in child's pose, but we're doing it with both hands. And once again, deep breath in. Scoot those fingers out, arms straighten out, and then the elbows come down as you lower the head down and the upper body towards the legs. Getting good, nice forward fold. Excellent. Let's bring our hands behind us and roll up. And then scoot yourself a little bit farther along the back here. Let's go all the way down. Let's start with our feet flexed, back straight. I'm going to roll down, pushing the heels away. You can have the heels touching. The heels reach away as you counter that with a roll down through your spine. Good. Coming all the way down. Feet point. Let's take a traditional long hamstring stretch here. We'll work with the back leg first. So we're going to bring that knee in. This leg stays pointed and long, and hug that knee in. From here, inhale. We're going to exhale, grab the leg or the foot, wherever you need to, and lengthen that leg out so you're increasing that hamstring stretch there. Good. And bend in. Hugging that knee in, bottom leg shoots out and strong on the floor. And then as you exhale, you're lifting and stretching that leg, increasing and stretching. Good. And let's take that once more. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, and lengthen, reach all the way out there. Good. And last time, bend. Inhale. Exhale, and extend the leg. See how far out you can make it go. Now both feet are pointed here. And now we're going to flex both feet, flexing out through the heels. And let's go into that ball of the foot for both feet and point. And toes come up and flex. Balls of the feet and point. And toes flex out through the heels. Reach the heels away from each other to increase the stretch in the hamstring. 2 more sets. Balls of the feet and point. And toes. And flex out, push, push, push. And balls of the feet and toes. And toes and flex out. Feel the lengthen out through the heels. Point both feet, bring that top leg into the chest, nice and tight. And then allow it to come down. Relax the feet and let's just rock the hips side to side. And then release and notice how the leg that we just worked feels different from the one that we have not yet activated. So let's go into that. We have parallel legs, feet are pointed, bringing in that front leg, bringing that knee into the chest. And you'll notice this first time isn't as close to your chest as the last time on the back leg. So feet are pointed, breathing in. Exhale, grab the foot or the leg somehow and lengthen out. If your leg is not completely straight, that's good. Still getting a stretch there and you can work on it. And then bend in. Knee to the chest. Inhale. And exhale. And extend out. See if you can increase the range of motion there the second time. And let's take 2 more. Bend in. And as you hug in, you may notice that you get your lower back on the floor and there's a curve in that lower back to ease up any stress there. And then exhale, and the focus goes to the leg. Extend it out, bottom leg is still straight and pointed. And last time, inhale, knee to the chest. Exhale, and extend it out. Stay out here now. And if you need to adjust your hand to get working into those feet, you certainly can. So let's start with a flexed foot here. So we're pressing out, and even with just this first flex, you're going to find it increases stretch in this hamstring. So here we go with the feet. Balls of the feet and toes, and flex. Push through the ball of feet and point, and toes, and flex. 2 more. Push through the balls of the feet and point, good, and toes and flex. Last time, balls of feet and point, and toes and flex. And push out your heels to increase that stretch a little bit more if you can. And then point the feet, hug that knee into the chest, and you'll notice it's much easier to bring it into your chest this time. And come down and bring that leg. And let's once again rock those hips side to side. Excellent. Okay, let's roll to our sides and bend our knees and come up to an upright position. We're going to take a side stretch with our legs, but a little bit different than we normally do. So let's fold our legs here, one leg in front. And you may really be feeling in that hip, so let's take a little bit of a forward fold to ease out through the hips. So our backs are nice and straight. Starting with heads, chins go down, rolling to the front. Allowing the hands to slide out, feeling the fold in the hips, in the front of the hips there, and then just gently walk the hands out as your spine lowers. And you'll notice whatever area that was a little bit tight in those hips, after doing that long stretch, you'll start to really feel. And then as you breathe out and gently roll down, you'll find that it eases out some. So here we are. Let's shake out our shoulders. Shake out our head, shake out our hips, and just try and settle really into this as far forward as you can. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, try to fold and reach those fingers out a little bit more. And once more, deep breath in. Exhale, reach the fingers forward, feel the fold in the hips. Increase and let everything go. Then walking the hands up as you roll up through your spine. We're going to replace the front foot with the other leg so you can stretch in that now front hip. So again, divine flesh is out from underneath, backs are straight. Curl the head down, chin goes to the chest. Reaching out and down. You may find that this is easier the second time because the hips both got to stretch with the other leg in front. Or if you're particularly tight on this front hip, you may find that it is a little more challenging. Once again, in this position, let's shake that head out and the shoulders, and then the hips, and try to ease over and lengthen. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, inch the hands out, go as far over as you can. You're aiming towards getting your elbows towards the floor, but go to where it works for you at this point in time. One more deep breath in. Exhale and reach. Heads go down. Bring the hands in, walk yourself upright, and let's come to an upright position. Good. Stretching the legs out just for a moment, beating the thighs. And then we're going to fold in the left leg and bring it in. We're going to bring the right leg in front of us. Now we've done this kind of stretch going forward, but we're going to the side. So you're really going to set yourself up on your hips and get the divine flesh out. Your heel is lifted, your foot is pointed, your back is straight. You can brace with this hand against this leg. So right hand goes in and under or on top or on your ankle, what works for you. And we're keeping our back straight and we're going to open out to the side. Now you may need to move that hand that's on the other leg so that you can get a little more counterbalance there for you. And then bring the leg in and breathe. Deep breath in, extend. See if you can push the knee behind a little bit more so you get more of a side stretch there, out. And then bend the leg, knee comes in, and then foot down. Take that 2 more times. Keeping the back straight, deep breath in, and then exhale as you stretch out with that leg, really opening up through the inside thigh here. Good. And come in and down. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale. Lengthen, reach, and out. Good. If you can, you're going to flex through the heel. Otherwise, just keep it pointed. And then point the foot, come down. And let's release the legs and go to the front with the legs, just to ease out through those hips. So this time, let's just push our hips forward and back. We do have one more side to do. I'm not forgetting. And just notice as you rest and settle for a moment, if that leg we just worked on feels different than the other one. It might feel like it's more solidly into the floor. There's more relaxation because we've opened up in that hip and that inside thigh. So now let's get the right leg bent in front of us, and the left one comes in. Our backs are straight. We've got our heel lifted and grabbing hold of that foot or the leg, however you want to, and the other hand is on the other leg. Lift the knee up, extend the leg out. Now this first time, you may not get to a completely straight leg. That's fine, as long as you're feeling some stretch in there. Good. And then bend the knee and come down, keeping the backs nice and straight. If you need to reset the divine flesh, go for it. And breathing out. Extend, shoulders are down. Reach out, way out there. Good. And come in and down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. See if you can push the knee behind a little bit more so you're getting more of a side inside thigh stretch there. Reach. Good. And come in and down. Last time. Breath in. Exhale. Reach. Pushing with his hand to keep that back straight and feel that stretch. Good. And take that last little flex foot if you can. You're pressing the hip out open here and getting the leg as far back as you can. Good. And then point and come down and relax. Good. Let's bring those legs in and go to the front once more. And let's just once again rock side to side through the hips here just to ease out a little bit. Let's put our feet in a pointed position here and we're going to lift the arms up. Bring the hands behind you as your head comes up and just slightly pull the shoulder blades together so your chest is going up towards the ceiling and you're getting a nice opening in the front of the heart chakra area there. And then push yourself upright. Let's inhale by bringing the arms out. Hands come up, coming to the heart chakra. And I want to thank you for joining me in today's class. I hope that it helps you feel nice and loose and flexible and lengthened for the rest of the day.